he will be representing His Majesty King Mswati III at the 15th meeting of the Conference of the Contracting Parties to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, COP15. Even though government does not have enough funds for scholarships at master's and doctorate level, international partners do come through to assist Eswatini in pursuing their academic dreams abroad. Let us make sure that when artificial intelligence comes in full swing, Eswatini has built tools and innovations that will align with the era. Good evening. The news in detail will begin here. Our first story. His Excellency, the Prime Minister Russell Eswatini has arrived in Victoria Falls, that's in Zimbabwe, where he will be representing His Majesty King Mswati III at the 15th meeting of the Conference of the Contracting Parties to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, that's COP15. The Premier, who is with the Honourable Minister of Tourism and Environmental Affairs, James Melane, has been received by the Matabeleland North Minister of State, Richard Moyo, and the Eswatini Ambassador to Zimbabwe, Lindiwe Kunene.
His Excellency, the Prime Minister Russell Dlamini, has arrived safely in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. He is here to attend the 15th meeting of the contracting parties to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, COP15. At this meeting, heads of state and government are expected to deliberate on various issues affecting the world, which include water and sanitation, international partnerships, wetlands and ecosystems. The United Nations says wetlands play a crucial role in dealing with the effects of climate change, as well as keeping water sources clean. This meeting follows a successful COP14 where a declaration was adopted. This declaration sets out key principles for integrating wetland ecosystems into all frameworks and initiatives for people and nature. This meeting is also expected to look at how far countries have gone with implementing this and what more can be done to ensure that wetlands are safeguarded. For Eswatini TV News, Tim Gosima Vimbela, Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe.
Members of Parliament say that the current state of welfare for magistrates in the country is worrisome, and the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs should work towards ensuring that it is improved. The honourable members of the House of Assembly made these sentiments during the debate of the Minister for Justice's response to a previous motion that sought to upgrade the salaries and welfare of magistrates.
When presenting his response to the motion, His Royal Highness Honorable Prince Melane informed the House that the issue is very difficult to deal with, as some sectors are of the view that Parliament is interfering with other arms of government. He says he doesn't have any good news to report, as what will please the honourable members will be raised salaries and proper housing for magistrates. He says the ministry has tried everything in its powers, but to no avail, as stakeholders have the feeling that Parliament is interfering with the responsibilities of the judiciary. Members of Parliament then debated the minister's response and advised the honourable minister that he has all the powers to work on the matter.
Angijabuleli nje lokho usilimikisele lomlayeto lemuva ngivuna ukuthi inkosi yami asekuthokodeli.
Members of Parliament say it is disheartening to note that some people who are charged with overseeing workers do not care about them. They say Parliament can never be said to be interfering, as it has all the right to advocate for all Emaswati. However, some honourable members felt that the honourable minister's response should be adopted and passed. The honourable Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, His Royal Highness Prince Melane, then asked to withdraw the response to allow him more time to work on the matter, and the Speaker of the House, Honourable Jablan Mabuza, put the withdrawal request to a vote.
The ayes have it, and the ayes have it.
Reporting, Mbongwa Dube, Smuva Shongwe, and Mbongan Masuku, Lobamba.
Now, even though government does not have enough funds for scholarships at master's and doctorate level, international partners do come through, however, to assist Eswatini in pursuing their academic dreams abroad. This was revealed in Parliament by the Honourable Minister for Labour and Social Security, Philip Telezi, when responding to a question for oral answers raised by Nkilongo Member of Parliament Petros Nsibande, who wanted to know if government could take into consideration the provision of scholarships to Eswatini who want to study at postgraduate level.
Very, Mr. Speaker, we do consider that, but not now, for the future. Kwanyalo ngetesa turn a blind eye on the challenges that we have.
Government would consider providing scholarships for postgraduate studies in the future, but not now. At present, the government is overwhelmed with requests for scholarships at undergraduate level, and it is struggling to meet up with the demand due to the ministry's budgetary constraints and cannot provide scholarships to all qualifying Eswatini. The priority is those who want to study for first degree courses, and we are unable to cater for postgraduate studies as well. We do have international scholarships whereby we work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs through bilateral relationships. We have students in Taiwan, Morocco, Russia, Serbia, India, and many other countries. We are also working on increasing student allowances, and we shall announce the increment in due course once we have concluded some logistics. It might take some time though.
The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade is continuing the process of revisiting the Special Economic Zones SEZ Act of 2018 following concerns raised over its implementation and the effectiveness, that is. Since the Act came into effect, only 6 licenses were issued, and of those, only 2 remain active. This has prompted the Ministry, together with the stakeholders and members of Parliament, to review the legislation with the aim of strengthening its impact.
The Minister for Commerce, Industry and Trade, Honourable Manqoba Khumalo, has pointed out a major challenge in the current Special Economic Zones framework, the requirement for investors to export 80% of their products outside the SACU region. He says this condition has proven difficult for many investors to meet. The Minister also highlighted concerns over the lengthy and complex processes involved in establishing operations under the Special Economic Zones. He emphasized that a one-stop shop approach is crucial to streamline investor support and boost participation.
Wekuqala lo mthetho kwanyalo uthi uma utawusebenta ku special economic zone kufanele ukuthi 80% of what you produce uphume ukuthengisele outside the SACU market.
Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee for the Ministry in the House of Assembly, Masipula Mamba, says the amendment comes at an opportune time as the country intensifies efforts to attract investment. He noted that expecting an investor to export only 20% outside the SACU market was unrealistic and needed to be addressed in order to enhance the competitiveness of the special economic zones. He commends the move by the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade to amend the Act.
We're looking forward to kulo mthetho ukuthi uma siubuyeketa, especially le part leta kwenda ukuthi sikhona ukutrader within the SACU region. Ngiyo le yende ukuthi satikhanza side kahle ma investors, most investors lafuna ku establish even would like ukuthi asebende now a trade with South Africa leku major player kithi.
The review process includes consultations with key stakeholders to identify areas that require amendment. The objective is to create a more enabling environment for special economic zones to thrive and to attract sustainable participation. The ministry affirmed commitment to making the necessary adjustments to ensure the Act delivers on its intended goal of economic growth and industrial development. Reporting, Nelswen Dlangamandla, Derek Msibi, Mbabane.
Over 20 women are set to benefit from a new 1.9 million Malangeni government factory in Lobambalomtsala, officially launched by the Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, the Honorable Mangoba Khumalo. Speaking during the launch, the Minister announced that a national framework will be developed to support the establishment of more factory cottages across the country, aimed at boosting employment skills, development and rural industrialization.
Speaking during the launch, the Minister for Commerce, Industry and Trade, Honorable Mangoba Khumalo, announced that within 24 months, a national framework will be developed to support the construction of cottage factories across various Dinkhundla. He said this will be made possible through strategic partnerships with organizations such as Vukani Bomage and the business community. The Honorable Minister further assured that stakeholder engagements will be prioritized to secure markets.
I-challenge Mhlonishwa lesesinayo nyalo ukuthi how do we formulate policies that will integrate the vision that Turkey has, supported by business Eswatini, with the government programs. And it is my commitment, Turkey, that working with Mhlonishwa, we will, in the next 24 months, come up with such a policy.
Lobambalomtsala Member of Parliament Mawik Khumalo revealed that the structure cost about 1.9 million emalangeni and was supported by micro projects. He noted that more than 20 women will initially operate from the facility, with plans to expand capacity as the demand grows.
Now, labo maake labasitwa ngile factory, we call it a factory akalobambalomtsala ekuthunga. Bangetulu kwa 20 kwanyalo, but ke nyalo kune challenge because sebaningi labafuna kuta batawungena la.
Business Eswatini's President Vuzelelo Fagutse also committed to supporting the factory. He said Business Eswatini will engage relevant stakeholders to facilitate market access and business opportunities. Talking how the president of Business Women Eswatini encouraged the women to remain committed to their dreams. She stressed that hard work and perseverance are essential for business growth and success, adding that initiatives like this create pathways for women to thrive economically. The factory also received financial support from CONCO, which contributed over 100,000 malangeni. Part of the funds were used to purchase sewing machines, equipping the women to start operations immediately. Reporting, Nelson Langamandla, Derek Msibi, Lobambalomtsala.
And to this now, let's make sure that when artificial intelligence comes into full swing, Eswatini has built tools and innovations that will align with the era. These are the words of Principal Secretary at the Ministry of ICT, Andreas Dlamini, during the closing of the two-day AI and governance training program for Eswatini politicians. Dlamini applauded senators for attending the workshop as government is heading towards digitalization.
Principal Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, Andreas Dlamini, says it's important to equip lawmakers on new innovations so that policies that are passed align with the needs on the ground. Dlamini also encourages girls to take up STEM subjects.
Ayithi ita nje kepha ayibe ngilesiyakhela khaya hayi ukuthi ite le AI siyithenga le ngaphandle ayibe ngilesiyakhe khona la khaya kuze kokuthi nayithatha lo msebenzi walo njengoba kubekisiwe indzaba sebhange nalolo processor le loan yakho ukuthi nangabe sekutaba ngomshini kusasa ayithi uthetho loyo msebenzi loyo ukhanze kokuthi utransferwe to lona lotawakha ulakhaya uluswati.
Dlamini says more AI innovations should be introduced in the country so that by the time AI comes in full swing, eMaswati are ready to hop onto Swati-owned AI innovations. He says this will also promote employment for eMaswati. Senate President Lindiwe Dlamini says senators appreciate being part of this training, which will make their job more efficient.
These are tools that we have learned that we will use in our research in order to come up with motions and questions that are, data-based, data-driven, and well-researched for, so that we do not speak things that a lot of people cannot relate to. It has been more of awareness, experimenting. We have appreciated the experiments, It was a bit daunting, I must say, at first, but we came with an open mind to say we're here to learn.
The government of Eswatini continues with initiatives that equip government sectors with artificial intelligence as it aligns with government strategies. Reporting is Tatable Mamba with Mbonga Dube, Babane.
Right, so let's shift gears now into the world of business, where we take a look at financial indicators. They'll give us a sense of how markets performed today in the Up Next financial report.
Standard Bank.
Welcome back. UNESWA AI Academy says let no one be left behind in acquiring artificial intelligence AI. The University of Eswatini, under the UNESWA AI Academy, has officially launched the generative AI for the legal profession. Registrar of the High Court, Nosipho Mazibuko, applauded the work done by the university in teaching AI as the world is becoming more digital.
Vice-Chancellor at the University of Eswatini, Professor Justice Twala, says a key takeaway for legal professionals in this training is to be ethical so their work is accurate. Twala says the university will continue to implement such initiatives to help Eswatini.
Lamhlanje sitokhulumisa ukuthi bungasetshenziswa njani echazeni lebumeli etindzabeni temacala. So sekuyaveta ke lokuthi cha angasebenta nakhona ikakhulu nakhulunyiswana tindzaba tekupreparishela emacala bameli bangawusebenzisa lo gqondomshini.
Twala says this will help legal professionals with research and case analysis. He says it's important to learn about new ways to make their work easier. He applauds the work done by the institution and promises to support the academy where necessary. Registrar of the High Court, Nosipho Mazibuko, says AI will make their job more efficient and effective.
Lengakuveta ukuthi sinkantolo vele simuva kule direction le sesinabo bo digital court system lapho khona kukhulumisa khona kukhulumisa khona ema recording systems now ne virtual hearing we have that sesinako konke lokho.
Mazibuko says they accept AI in their line of work as it proves to have potential, as they also have digital court systems which align very well with AI. UNESWA AI Academy was established August 2024. Students who have graduated under the academy are estimated to be 700, while the academy aims to reach 1,000 graduates. Reporting is Tatable Mamba with Mbonga Dube, Kwaluseni.
Welcome back in our sports news. The women cricket national team has lost their third ICC T20 Women's Africa World Cup qualifier encounter against Mozambique by 88 runs. Now the qualifiers are being played in Botswana.
Women cricket national team lost their third game of the ICC T20 Women's Africa World Cup qualifiers currently taking place in Botswana. Eswatini was in Group B alongside host nation Botswana, Sierra Leone and Mozambique. The opening match saw Eswatini losing to Botswana by 111 runs, while in the second game they lost to Sierra Leone by 143 runs. Third defeat came against Mozambique on Wednesday by 88 runs.
Kodwa ke kubuka lokhambe kahle the past three matches that we had group stage I can say ukuthi no team iyabonakalisa ukuthi iyakhula kancane kancane.
Mangoba Jele, who coaches the team, he says despite the defeats in the qualifiers, his players gain quite a big exposure when playing against better ranked country. He says mistakes are based on lack of experience, but some positives saw the team being able to play more than 20 overs.
Ayayishintsha igame. Lokhambe kahle the past 3 matches. Ngibona nje ukuthi our team is now able to play at least 20 overs.
The defeats meant Eswatini will miss out on the ICC T20 World Cup games in England in July next year. Reporting is Leti Mhlanga with Fabrice Msonera Mbabane.
Right, with those sports news, we hit the home stretch of the news at 10 here at Eswatini Television. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for choosing to stay with us. Before we go, let us take a look at news making headlines tonight. His Excellency, the Prime Minister Russell Dlamini has arrived in Victoria Falls, that's Zimbabwe, where he will be representing His Majesty King Mswati III at the 15th meeting of the Conference of the Contracting Parties to the Ramsar Convention in Wetlands, that's COP15. Even though government does not have enough funds for scholarships at master's and doctorate level, international partners do come through to assist Eswatini in pursuing their academic dreams abroad. And let's make sure that when artificial intelligence comes in full swing, Eswatini has built tools and innovations that will align with the era. Right, that's how we come to the conclusion of the news at 10 at Eswatini Television. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for staying with us. Up next, we cross over to the Weather Center for a detail with a report from us and the team at Eswatini TV. For now, it is good night and God bless.
Genwe lidloti lebunkondlo ungibona nje ngilithwasa bunkondlo bungithumbile bayongethwasisa endumbeni yebunkondlo ekhathi kwami kugijima emagama kulumbana bongwaqa nabongamisa bese lwami lusiba lusime lusimise timilo kuhle kwemngoma aphosa phasi emathambo lona luphosa phasi emagama bese ngebunkondlo ngiyawakhulumisa ngivumeleni ke ngiphose phasi lamagama ayakhuluma lamathambo vumani bo ngibona intuthuko iphendla emahlathi iphundla umvila loya emadlisa kuwo kugijime ibhasi sidlabusha bethu bus service igcwele iyaphuphuma igcwele insha kude kuvalwe ngesalukati emnyango kodwa ayigijimi ishiya ngisho inyo